Hi everyone, my name is Val. I'm the founder and CEO of ExecWeb. Today I want to discuss another interesting topic from our cybersecurity executive network. We reached out to about 400 of our ambassadors, the way we call them, who are security practitioners with very extensive experience, usually no less than 10 years. Most of them are CISOs, CIOs, and VPs of technology in Fortune 500 and SME companies, and we asked them how they think about security vendors contacting them via cold calls, and also what do they think about once they don't get a response from the security practitioner and they go around them and try to contact somebody within their teams, how they react to that. And the overwhelming responses were very insightful but not surprising by any means. On the cold calling aspect, security vendors need to understand very clearly that those are not perceived positively by the security practitioners, although everybody understands the sales pressure that many sales executives and professionals have, especially towards the end of the quarter or the year. But as many of them highlighted, cold calls only work to some degree if there is already an established relationship between the security practitioner and the security vendor. Otherwise, in almost all cases, it backfires. It does not work, and not only does not work for the intended purposes of closing a deal, but actually it puts that vendor on a very negative trajectory when it comes to building that relationship with the security practitioner. We also asked them how they feel about the important question of what happens if they don't respond to an email or any kind of other outreach to them by the security vendor, and then the security vendor goes around the specific CISO, let's say, and they try to contact somebody within his team or her team and trying to get to that person, decision maker, bottoms up, so to speak. And the responses were overwhelmingly negative. And actually, many of the security practitioners in our network said that that kind of behavior, which unfortunately happens way too often, is considered really bad in their eyes, and not only is considered bad, but they most definitely don't like it when they get an email from somebody forwarded to them from a security vendor who went around them after they know they said no or expressed no interest or even did not reply to their incoming request for a meeting. And then the CIO or even the CEO of the company gets an email regarding cybersecurity, which immediately gets forwarded to the CISO, and then the CISO now knows for sure that that specific vendor tried to go around them. And in several instances, actually, security practitioners mentioned how methods like this not only did not help for establishing new relationships with the vendors, but actually ended existing relationships. And the last point I want to make, which I think is very interesting when it came to the survey, is that there is another huge disconnect that seems to happen between security vendors and practitioners. And that is the fact that many of them mentioned, which surprised me quite honestly, that many security vendors contact a CISO or a security practitioner at a target client account after that target client account is already a client. The vendor is already participating in a partnership with that target client account. And that frustrates these security practitioners and executives immensely. Because now that means you're not prepared, you don't even know that you have contacted somebody who's already a client of yours. And that also means, as one of them mentioned, that you just bought some lead generation list from somewhere. That list was not uh, looked at by the appropriate people, it was not updated, and now they're receiving an inbound request for a meeting so that they can potentially become your clients when they're already your clients. And that speaks very poorly for the security vendor and the organization that they're running. I'm gonna continue coming up with hopefully useful, insightful videos for the cybersecurity vendors and the security practitioners, with always having in mind our main mission here, which is to fix what I and the rest of our 400 ambassadors at ExecWeb feel it's a broken collaboration between security vendors and security practitioners. Thank you very much, and if you're interested in joining our network, please let me know at val@execweb.com. Take care.